When the distinguished Arab-American historian, Princeton University professor Philip Hitty, he testified against the partition before the Anglo-American Committee in 1946. And this is what he said. Let's go to the screen. Read it. I mean, this is a verbatim quote from this author, this professor. There is no such thing as Palestine in history. Absolutely not, end quote. So there you have it. One professor, one expert, Professor Hitty. There is no such thing as Palestine in history. Absolutely not. So there's no Palestine. What about the Palestinian issue? Prior to the partition of Israel, Palestinian Arabs did not view themselves as having a separate identity. We need to understand that. The first Congress of the Muslim Christian Associations met in Jerusalem in 1919 in February. They met in order to choose Palestinian representatives, Palestinian Arabic representatives, for the Paris Peace Conference. The following resolution was adopted. This is by who? The Muslim Christian Associations in 1919 meeting in Jerusalem. Look at what it says. We consider Palestine as a part of Arab Syria, as it has never been separated from it at any time. In other words, Palestine has never been separated what? From Arab Syria. We are connected with it by national, religious, linguistic, natural, economic, and geographical bonds. Wow. That's a statement from the Muslims and the Christians. We consider Palestine as a part of Arab Syria, not Israel. Now, in 1937, a local Arab leader, Anu Bey Abdul Khadi, told the Peel Commission, which ultimately suggested the partition of Palestine. What did he say? Let's read it verbatim. There is no such country as Palestine. Palestine is a term the Zionists invented. There is no Palestine in the Bible. Our country was for centuries part of Syria. Who's saying this? Look at it at the bottom. The Arab leader, Anu Bey Abdul Khadi, 1937. I'm going to read it again. There is no such country as Palestine. This is an Arab saying this. He says that it's an invention of Zionists. The representative of the Arab Higher Committee to the United Nations submitted a statement to the General Assembly in 1947 May. And this is what it said. Let's read it from the screen. Palestine was part of the Syrian province, and politically the Arabs of Palestine were not independent to form a separate political entity. And there you have on the left the map of Syria. Palestine is part of Syria, of the Syrian province, politically and otherwise, it says. And they don't have power to create their own separate political entity. There you're having, we have quotations straight from the experts, from the renowned leaders of their time. A few years later, Ahmed Shukeri, later the chairman of the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, he told the Security Council the following. Let's read it. It's common knowledge that Palestine is nothing but southern Syria. Wow. The chairman of the PLO saying it's common knowledge. Palestine is nothing but southern Syria. Forget the fact that, of course, that the UN and the League of Nations gave authority to Israel to repossess, or that Israel belonged to Jews. God had already said that thousands of years earlier. All I'm doing is giving you the legal and constitutional rights as to why the land of Israel belongs to Jews and not to Arabs or Palestinians.